Yo, what's up? This is recording artist and songwriter Justin Famous, and this is Music for Thought Vodcast, where we play some dope music, have great conversation, and just overall have a good time. And this episode, this is number 2. Man, I feel like it's starting off great. It's going good. And for number 2, we got a very special guest today. And I'm gonna need everybody to make some noise when I say his name. And once I say his name, I'm gonna get out the way and I'm gonna just let him take over. Okay, so we have Nathional in the building.
All right. Let's get into it. How about that? There's something different about you. It really blows my mind. How could someone ever doubt you? Such a heavenly design. When you entered the room, I felt it deep within my soul. I pity the fool who left you, 'cause I'd have promised to never let go. And you'd be saying that a love like this, it's never happened before.
You've never had a love like this. No, no, no.
You better sing, girl. You be saying that a love like this has never happened before. Yo, my name is Nathional, and this is the Levels of Love. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Oh yeah. Feel that thing in your soul, you know what I mean? Jonah, man, bring the guitar. Just make you want to snap your fingers like that, right? First verse. Baby, I want you to know I'm longing to show you what is in my heart. And baby, I want you to see it so you can believe it. In love again, but there's levels of love, layers apart. Where do we start? Yeah, show me the chart. 'Cause there's levels of love, time and place. Slow is the pace to conquer the chase. Levels of love. Let's turn up a little bit, all right, y'all? Levels of love. I really don't want to rush it away with you, yeah. Because anything takes a start. I'm invested, interested, no deceiving, yeah. But it's best for our progress if we're alive. On the levels of love, layers apart, yeah. Show me the chart, show me the chart. The levels of love, time and place, slow as the pace, yeah. To conquer the change. Sing it again, sing it again. Levels of love, layers apart, yeah. Show me the start, show me the chart. 'Cause the levels of love, time and place, slow as the pace, to conquer the chase, yeah. Levels of love. Let's start. Do it again, y'all. Levels of love. Oh, levels of love. Yeah. That's what I gotta hear, y'all. Levels of love. I'm gonna do it right here. 1, 2, 3. levels of love. The levels of love. Levels of love. Break it down. I want y'all to say it with me, y'all. The levels of love. Yeah. The levels of love. The levels of love. Levels of love. Let's get out here, y'all. Levels of love. Woo. Pretty good first time around, right?
Woo. Man, dude. You had to kill it like that?
I mean, it's levels of love.
There's levels. It is levels to it. Absolutely.
Pause.
It felt good.
Hey, man.
Experiencing the music.
It felt real
It
good.
felt real good. I appreciate
They
you,
been
brother.
getting me with that all production, man. All day. They've been hitting me with it. But it's all cool, man. We about to get into the conversation part because that performance absolutely got my spirit going. It got me going. And the first thing I want to know is what inspired you to want to make a song like that? You know what I'm saying? What led up to it?
Man, that's a great question. Life, the pursuit of love, whether that is romantically, whether that is, just inspirational to myself. A lot of things transpired over my life, especially the last, I want to say, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And I've been growing up, and so the levels of love came out,
Okay, that's a vibe. I love it, man. Inspiration is everything.
Absolutely.
And I mean to be inspired to talk about something like love, that's real. and actually I wanna start the conversation with that and talk about what love actually is and not, the different types of love, because that's kind of what the song gets into.
Mm-hmm.
But before we even get into that, I want to talk about what just love itself means to us, right? So let's see if we could try and define a little bit what love means.
Well, I got to go, I'm as the world say, a little religious.
There we
So
go.
I got to start
love
off
it.
with
Amen.
this. God is love. You know what I mean?
Hey,
God is love.
And
amen.
like,
Y'all can clap for that. God is love. God is love. That's right.
I grew up in church and experienced love, and the TV just changed.
No, we good. Keep going. We good.
Okay. But no, that's my first interjection of love in regards of what it is.
Yeah.
But also I believe it's an action word, and it's a feeling, and love itself, man. I've been feeling it since I came on this earth, since I came out of my mama's womb. Shout out to my mama.
Hey, shout out to the mamas. Shout out to the mamas.
And like it's something that has translated into different things and different spectrums, but overall, man, it's just something that just, for me, it just feels right. It feels like woosah. It feels like peace. It feels like, okay, I'm good right now, So,
Yeah. I feel that. And I'm same way. I'm very religious. I love the Lord. Shout out to my mama. She put me on to him when I was a shorty. So I do appreciate that.
Triple OG.
I do
He
appreciate
heard
that.
my cry.
Wow. And to me, I do think that love is an action word. And like when I went into the word and I tried to study love in all of the different languages, from Hebrew, to Greek to Arabic, one particular definition really stuck out to me. I can't think of the actual Arabic word. I think it might be rakab. I'm not sure. Y'all don't fact check me on that. But what it translated to was to desire. And that's really what I take love to truly be, to have a deep and strong desire for something. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it means. What about you, Josh?
I'm just taking in what y'all saying. I grew up hearing God is love. It got me thinking. My wheels is spinning. I'm thinking like, okay, so when y'all say that, does that mean that the more that you kind of get in tune and the more that you study your word or do whatever practices that help you get closer to God, you learn different levels of love? Is that what you're saying, my brother?
I see what you did.
I see what he did.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I see what he
I see
did.
what he did there.
But
Did you catch that? I caught that.
In simple, love is patient.
Okay.
Love is kind,
I said love is kind.
sweet,
we all like to think that our love is right. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get it going.
We might need to get the organ up for that one.
Don't start no trouble now. Don't start no trouble.
Okay. Let's slow down real quick before we get the, because I bust the collection plate out.
Hey, look here, I talk in keys.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's why we got it here.
But
yes,
love, to get back to it, love is like a full spectrum. It's when I first used to think about love growing up, it was always that romantic love, and you mentioned not just the romantic love, and so it's just different types of love, and then you got like a spectrum going horizontal, but then you also got the spectrum going vertical, and then you got like the full spectrum. It becomes a whole sphere of love. You know what I'm saying? Experiencing different levels. You know what I'm saying?
That boy spitting.
So you got me thinking. And the music got me inspired, and then you got me thinking about what it really means to love. You know what I'm saying? We learn every day. So
you know what? Look, we actually didn't plan this, but that's a perfect transition to the type of love I want to start off with. Mm-hmm. And this is one that's pretty controversial for me. Self-love. Self-love, I want to start with that. And before I get into my controversial take, I want y'all to, let me hear a little bit about what y'all think about self-love. What does that type of love mean to you?
Self-love, interesting. One is accepting certain things that I guess I couldn't change when I was a shorty. And I realized, like, how do I adapt to take these things that I know about myself that are consistent and not just like embrace them in like in a negative way, but like I guess embrace them in a way that can empower myself to like, I guess go to the next levels of being whatever that is. Like, I'm gonna say this, colorism was happening a lot growing up. And so, I used to be like, Josh, you black as a crow. And it's crazy because I think I'm brown. I'm definitely brown skinned, but I was dark skinned.
Your brown is beautiful, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? Black is beautiful, but yeah, brown, all the spectrums of black. But, I learned to realize like through like the skin color, like, I didn't want to hate black because of the way that my family talked about me. So I learned more about like what it meant to be black. And of course, when I, actually black, like, his jacket, that jacket fire too, bro. I was complimenting you earlier.
Thank you, man.
Black is more of a consciousness. And so I understood, okay, what does it mean to be conscious in America as an African American? And like, that's a part of my identity. That's a part of who I am. How do I love that part of myself? And how do I grow in that part? So that's just an example of me identifying myself, knowing who I am, and then learning how to love myself in that. Yeah.
What you got?
First of all, he all deep in my ear right here. Like, that was
gonna slow down.
All right,
that was enough, brother.
I like that, man. I like that. It kind of echoes the same thing.
Okay.
Embracing. Shout out to my song, Just Embrace It. But also accepting, like you said, the things that you cannot control. The things that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 6'3". Mm-hmm. I got a big back. And there for a long time. You can laugh, it's okay.
You got a nice back, man.
I didn't say it wasn't nice, I just said it was a big back. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's still a back, you know what I mean? It still works. The blood still works. But the thing is, a lot of times I would look in the mirror, even now, like there are some times I look at myself and I don't believe or accept who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's just cosmetically. But then we think about the things internally. We think about how we talk. We think about how we think. We think about how we feel about certain stuff. And sometimes you feel like, why am I like this? Why am I so weird? Why am I, you know what I'm saying? But that's because you really, truly haven't accepted your truth.
Yeah.
And, I got to go back to the Bible. He said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Give me that organ. Give me that organ.
He said I was fearfully and wonderfully made. So I had to understand that. I had to understand that part about wonderfully made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know what? However you are, that may ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying? But who you came from,
Wow.
He attached purpose, he attached destiny to you, and he loved you enough for you to even be here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so I've learned to accept that love. And so that self-love feels a lot different now than it did, especially like 20 years ago. You know what I mean? But it's constantly evolving and I'm constantly learning, but I'm constantly accepting who I am more and more every day. Okay. And I love me.
Hey.
I love you too,
bro. I love y'all. There ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I say?
Look to your neighbor.
Yeah, look to your neighbor. Oh, come on, sing it.
Now, this is my controversial take.
Okay.
I actually think self-love is a redundant phrase. I don't think love and self really needs to be highlighted because, as I said, I define it as a desire, a want, right? And I promise you right now, if I just threw an axe at anybody in this room, everybody gonna duck. Everybody gonna get out the way because you want to live. Like we naturally want to live. That you can't teach somebody to want to protect themselves and to want to survive. That's something that God instilled within us. And I think what really applies and what we really talking about, and even what y'all talking about, is more so appreciation. I think it's learning to appreciate who you are, learning to appreciate what God gave you. Because you absolutely love yourself. You're not going, you know what I'm saying, put yourself in too many positions where you're going, be hurt, or when you're embarrassed, you try and, protect yourself and go to the other to another space. You know what I'm saying? But like that, learning to really truly appreciate who you are as you are. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that if we really highlighted that and pushed that out to the youth, to our generation, to the older generation, we could start having a conversation that people really do think about in their mind. Like, do I appreciate what I have? Do I appreciate the state and the level that I'm in, in my life?
Yeah.
And also another thing is that I think when we talk about self-love, seeing as it's redundant, it's very easy for self-love, to become arrogance and ego and pride. It's real quick to cross that line and get to the point where all you think about is yourself. Because you already think about yourself. When you're in your head, quick, everybody in here got an inner dialogue, right? Y'all do? Because I hear some people on the internet that just don't think in thoughts and hear themselves. So that's the weirdest thing to me. But from my experience, I'm always with me. I'm always talking to me. I'm always trying to figure out how to make me happy and how to, gain the things that I desire. Even when I'm sad and depressed, I'm still trying to figure out how to get myself up out of that. So obviously, I love myself. That's not something I need to focus on and try and teach, but I do need to learn to appreciate who I am. And that's my controversial take. If you want to argue with me, you can put it in the comments. You can let me know what you think. If I was wrong,
I'm going to argue with you right now, bro.
I was going to say, so please argue with this brother.
What you got to say?
No, I was going to say, it sounds like more of a synonym, like the appreciation that you're talking about and the love and desire and all that stuff. Like, it sounds like we saying the same thing with a different word, but I also, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate yourself.
Absolutely.
As you learn to love yourself.
That's where we'll argue. Because I don't think you don't learn to love yourself.
Yeah. And since we're being controversial.
Yeah, let's be controversial.
You said that sometimes we don't, everybody loves themselves.
Instantly. It's natural. It's
like
innate.
I said, for me, because I think it's dependent on the person too. Mm-hmm. For me, that was a long time I did not love myself. And it wasn't, I would look out for myself. If you threw the axe, I might have stood there and let the axe hit me.
You gonna take axe, brother.
Let's be transparent with you.
Let's talk about it.
I got a song called Don't Suffer in Silence.
Absolutely.
And it's talking about mental health. It's dealing with those things.
Yeah.
It's dealing with, understanding like, hey, if you got something going on internally about, what you're feeling, if it's about something, if it's about yourself, speak about it, right? Have these conversations.
Yeah.
So that you can get that out. But at the same time, there was a point in my life I was dealing with a lot of stuff internally.
Yeah.
And I went in there and got all the bare aspirin pills and popped them.
I feel you. You know what? I think that's a level. That's a good point to make because if we being transparent, I've also been there. Where you just ready to end it all. And I do think when it comes to severe depression, when it comes to suicidality, I think that's when the conversation should really be had because that is something that is contrary to our natural selves. Mm-hmm. You naturally do want to protect yourself. And if somebody come for you, you do defend yourself. It's just a natural thing that happens. And if you get to the point, I think you have to learn to not love yourself because it's our experiences that lead us into that depression. Like I didn't just wake up depressed. Things happen to me. Things that I wanted to achieve, I felt like I wasn't achieving. Things that I didn't want to face, I felt like they were constantly attacking me. And so I learned to not love myself. I don't, so I think you might have to relearn.
So it's like when you come in school, everybody start out with an A.
Yeah.
And then if the homework assignment got failed, you went to a B. Okay, I see.
But I think everybody does need to remember to appreciate themselves.
Absolutely.
And appreciate what they have.
I agree.
And let's transition that to something that might be a little less controversial, at least from my perspective, but it do get the people talking, and that's romantic love. Yeah. That warm love. That Barry White. Can I get some Barry White?
This is the man over there.
I didn't mean.
Oh, baby.
Like that? Is that it? That do it right? Okay.
No, that's Lou Rawls.
That was a nice little deep.
You'll never find.
Nate, I need some on the
Can't get
keys.
enough
Let me get
of
some on the
your
keys,
little
baby. You got talking
baby.
keys. Let me hear
Oh,
it.
you want
Yeah,
that?
I want to
you
hear a
go.
little bit.
Let me see.
what you
Shout
got?
out to my boy Paul. Oh yeah, we gonna get right into this.
Somebody throw that mic out there.
Yeah, but let's get into it. Let's talk about that romantic love. What does romantic love look like, and what does it mean to y'all?
You want paper, scissors, rock on this one?
Bro, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. That's good for the camera.
I got one.
I won.
Okay.
You go first.
Cool, bro. What is romantic love? You know what? Every day, man, I'm still learning. If y'all watched episode 1.5,
Yeah, 1.5.
I talked a little bit about, I guess, manifesting or imagining a woman with the ocean vibe. And what that meant is that her love is flowing wide. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that rhymes too. I just speak
You
that.
don't need no pause on that one.
Now you don't pause that. You record
Pause
that.
that.
And
That
I
wasn't recorded.
went on to say also that I am a single brother that aspires to be an amazing lover and be in a love that is necessary to me and necessary to the person I'm with. I have not found that yet. And so what I will be humble enough to say is that I'm learning and looking for that every day. And I'm just trying to understand what that looks like for me to be in the right alignment to attract and to find that. And so what does a romantic love mean to me?
Yeah.
Man, I can go on for days, but I just want to say I've been seeing a lot of statements that go like this. You know, I want to be in a kind of relationship that complements the vision that I have set forth and trajectory in my life. And I want to be able to do the same thing and add to that woman's life in the same way. And while also loving on each other spiritually and also physically, my brother.
Amen.
Trying to be transparent. You know?
No,
We
be
gonna keep it
transparent.
real or not?
I was gonna start off on that one.
Now, is that before or after the ring?
Oh man, so you making it hard
So
out
you
here for
doing
a
too
player.
much. Stop that. I already got a ring on. We good.
Well, we
You
said
see?
we love the Lord. You know?
Look, I repented of my sins already,
Okay,
brother. Look,
all right.
I got.
All right, we don't judge on music
I
without.
died daily.
I hope not.
We don't judge. I just do it when I go home.
All right.
Pause.
That
you set
wasn't
yourself
even a
up for that
pause
one.
moment. That was
was
not a
another
pause
pause.
We're
moment.
gonna make it a pause moment.
That's
Just for you,
crazy.
Justin. Just
That's
for you.
crazy.
Everybody pause. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that was good. Whew. Romantic love. Man. I consider myself a bit of a. I may not look like it right now, but I consider myself a crooner.
Okay.
Right, I feel like I was born in the wrong era because I love the era of where love music, where romantic love, where Nat King Cole and them express themselves over and over again about, you know, how unforgettable all that stuff was. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to tell them, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, Ray Charles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but don't worry about what you said. Let me tell you about the girl I know. But no, man, romantic love is constantly evolving in my life.
Yeah.
I thought I knew what love was when I was 16. I thought I knew. We all thought we had, you know, exactly what it was, and we thought it at 20. We thought it at 25. I'm only 26.
You only 24/6?
So I don't know anything other than that. But no, I mean, there's times where I thought I was ready to get married.
Yeah.
Times I was like, you know, thought I was just ready to be out here in these streets.
City boys.
City boys with it. City boys with it.
Rip the plastic off. Okay, no. But no, I think the way I write and love stems from the fact of the best romantic love songs come usually from the most broken, loved people,
Yeah.
right? And I've learned that in my process of trying to find the perfect romantic love, that a lot of parts of me were broken. You know what I'm saying? And I was searching for that in other people to fulfill those spaces for me.
I
And as those things faded out and fizzled out, then I learned like something new about me.
Yeah.
I learned something new about what I was doing. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe it wasn't that I didn't fit their mold or they didn't fit my mold. Maybe it was just I wasn't ready for that. You know what I mean? And so the air went off. That was good. Huh? You see? Everyone needed to hear that. But no, a romantic love. I mean, we all want it. If you say you don't, at some point in your life you did.
Cap.
Even if it was just for a day. You know what I mean? We all wanted to, someone to love, someone to kiss. When you away, go each day to be loved. Oh, what a feeling to be loved.
Yeah.
Some look for fortune and fame. Okay, shout out to Coming to America. That's my favorite. But yeah, no, it's, I mean, be completely transparent. I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's people in here I have loved romantically before. You know what I mean?
All right.
And that's enough. That's enough to be said.
Wing, wing.
But the point is, it wasn't, no matter what the outcome was.
Yeah.
That was something that I've always, pursued. I probably pursued romantic love more than the love for myself.
Yeah.
Because I thought having the romantic love would help me love me. That would make me whole. And no, you got to be whole first before you can go love somebody else.
Only one thing that can make you whole. Y'all know what that is.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but the blood.
Come on.
I agree with y'all though. Especially the point you said as far as like learning a lot about yourself through love. Like I'm happily married. Shout out to my wife, always holding it down. So beautiful. And we have, we've been married for 7 years. And we've had some ups, we had some downs, we had some ebbs, we have some flows, but it's always been worth it. It's been magnificent. And I would recommend marriage to everybody. I say truly pursue it, because it's nothing like having somebody have your back. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that you're going to be straight no matter what. And even if ain't nobody in the world trying to hear what you got to say, they going to be right there for you. You know what I'm saying? And it does take some humility to be able to allow somebody into your space to see all of your flaws and everything. Because, a lot of people do think they got to be perfect and perfectly healed before they find that right one. And honestly, you don't have to be healed from everything, but all you have to do is just learn to lower that inner self, that prideful self. And being with somebody, it'll help you heal. If that person is also humble as well. Like you can't just be, having that mismatch and then getting run over,
It says unequally yoked.
It's a joint effort, equally yoked. And y'all really do reflect each other and y'all learn from each other and y'all grow from each other and y'all can heal together. I think that's a big misconception that, people can't heal together. People can't help each other. People that might be going through, some of the same mental health issues, when they get together and they can communicate and they can lift each other up. People in AA, they look out for each other. I definitely do think that hurt people and, scarred people can heal together. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of trauma bonding, they can heal together.
They can heal, yeah. You don't have to trauma bond, okay? You can definitely, you can heal bond. I don't know if that's the thing, but it is now.
We started. Let's do some healing bond together.
We just started it.
Yeah,
and since we talking about romantic love, especially you talking about, being transparent about who you done,
First of all, that don't mean you had sex. Let's just say that.
Okay.
That means
that's what I assume that
a situation where you love deeply.
But I think it's still all love because another love, and we could end talking about this love, is like a platonic love.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're dealing with the opposite sex. Can men and women just be friends?
Absolutely.
Can you just love somebody platonic? And also, is it okay to love your bro? Because y'all been hitting me with a lot of pauses today, okay?
I don't know, bro.
You
deserve them, though.
Those pauses more innuendos about other
you just got to tread lightly when you're speaking like this, brother.
Okay.
But I definitely believe in the platonic. I definitely believe in the brotherly love.
Yeah.
I agree.
I tell my bros all the time, I love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, again, that word, you said, whether it's appreciation, whether it's desire, those are things that, I grew up, my mom used to tell me I love you all the time.
I feel that.
Get on the phone, I love you too. Or she say, I love you more.
Love you, mama.
Yeah, now I find myself telling people, I love you more.
Oh.
But there are bros and even friends of mine, females who didn't hear that. They didn't grow up in a family that was, huggy and lovey and I love you. It's like, all right. It's like, give me a hug. It's like,
that's real.
I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to be all in my space, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so but I definitely believe in that thing. And my dad actually told me all the time growing up, he's like, you just need to learn how to love platonically first.
That's good.
And, that's facts.
That's good. He told you that.
Yeah, but he was on, never mind.
He's on Demon's side?
He was on wife number 2 at the time.
We ain't gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. We gonna keep the baby, But I also, again, like I said, because in life we learn, the older we grow, the older we get, we learn different things. Yeah.
And I know why he said that.
Yeah.
Because those are things he did not do.
Mm-hmm.
He was not learning how to be platonic. So he was trying to tell me, let me save you a ton of time. Learn how to do this. Learn how to be.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, like, never mind. I ain't going to get into
I was about to ask
okay.
you, did you listen?
Sometimes I did, and other times,
Gotcha. Keep it real, brother. I appreciate that.
But I totally agree with you and your pops. I think it's so important to love on your friends. And I'm a big proponent of saying, I love you, bro. I love you. And I like to say I love you as bye. Like, I don't even like to say bye. When I get off the phone with my mama, I be like, all right, love you, mama. And I hang up real quick before she can say it, because I want that to be the last thing that she heard from me. Yeah. I want my bros to know, like, I love you. And it's all good. It's all platonic. No pause necessary. Like, it's all love. Nate, I love you, man.
I love you more,
absolutely.
Bro.
Justin, you don't never tell me that, bro. It's cool.
I don't. My bad.
Hey, I love you, bro.
I love both of y'all. I love you too, man.
That boy lying. Every time we get off the phone.
He say love. That's what he say.
All love.
It ain't directed at me. It's just general love.
ARTiz, I love you.
I love
Josh
you too,
Reynolds,
Justin Famous.
I love you, man.
Nathional, bro. I appreciate you. I love you.
And
bro.
I like being in the middle of this love.
Kelvin,
Don't fall.
Hey, hold on. Kelvin, I love you, brother. Hey, this audio wouldn't be sound this great without Kelvin. I love you too,
yes,
brother.
Sir.
Hey, man, I love you too, Kelvin, because before you got here, just playing.
Matter of fact, before everybody leave, tell somebody you love them before we leave.
Now, that's big.
You ain't got to do it right now. Kelvin.
And you know what? Everybody out there, I love y'all. And I love everybody in this room. Y'all make some noise for yourselves. I love y'all. We love y'all. And you know what? Since we were just playing Levels of Love, right?
Right.
I think it's good we end a conversation on that note because, as he just said, I think some people need to let other people know they love them. Yeah, you know what? And I think before we end the Vodcast, we probably should end it on some music. You cool doing another song, man?
I could do another one.
You can do another one? You got another one, Nate?
Let me call the band in here.
All right, cool. All right, bet. I love it. All right, let's get to it. Woo, that was a good conversation, right? Woo. Them boys was talking, but we just had some great conversation. But see, this is music for thought. So we had we had a thought, but we just gotta get some more music. And that's how I think we should end it out. Y'all cool if we end it out like that? Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm going to allow Nathional to take the stage again, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out the way. Floor is yours.
Man. Let me just say that was some of the best questions I ever heard in my life. And y'all got me sweating because, man, I didn't know I was going to have to go that deep in conversation. But man, we going to do one more song. Man, give it up for my band, right? I got to say their names. Mr. Paul Hall on drums. Isaiah Webb on bass. Jonah Brooks on guitar. And my backgrounds, give it up for the lovely Felicia Collins. And, my name Nathional, but we're going to do one more song for you guys, and you just let me know, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Y'all can clap your hands for me. Oh, time that you feel is magical? Does it fall out the sky? Is it something like a miracle? Oh, how will I identify it when it comes to me? Will it resonate in my soul, my heart sing? Will it go la 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 la? Or is it designed to take forever? And sometimes feels like never. Maybe I've had it, I lost it and want it back. Said I'm really not sure, but these are the questions I have. Listen up, 'cause here I am, all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me? Let me know. Let me know. Heart wide open, honestly.
Ready for you, are you ready for me? Let me know.
Sing it again, girl. Sing it again, girl. 'Cause here I am, all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me?
Let me know.
Listen. Tell me, what is it exactly? Does it shine brighter than the sun? Will everyone have one? Can it happen for you more than once? Is it all a game? Or what about confusion?
All of the future,
Is it all an illusion?
all an illusion.
What's the conclusion?
Conclusion.
Oh, whatever it is, I'm longing to. Whenever it comes, I'm hoping to be everything it desires. That's what I inspire to be. 'Cause here I am, all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me? If you're ready, then I'm ready. 'Cause I'm ready when you're ready. Here I am, all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me? Let me know. Sing it again, sing it again. I am all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me? Let me know. Oh, let me know. Oh yeah, y'all. Once again, my name is Nathional, and this is Let Me Know. But before I get out of here, I gotta give my boy some pause. Yeah, Mr. Jonah Brooks off the top. Ready for you, are you ready for me? Let me know. I hear altos and sopranos, I like that. Here I am, all of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you, are you ready for me?
Let me know.
Let's get back in, y'all. Oh, let me know.
Ready for you, are you ready for me? Let
If
me
you're
know.
ready, then I'm ready. Said I'm ready when you're ready.
All of me.
All of me, heart wide open, honestly, ready for you. Are you ready for me? Let me know. Let me know. Thank you. Nathional. Levels of love.
beautiful. That was beautiful. I'm speechless. The man, the myth, the legend, Nathional. And that's music without y'all. I thank y'all so much for coming out. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. This was amazing. Wait, you know what? When I said Nathional, I didn't even show him, y'all. This is the man right here. This is the myth and the legend. And with that, that's the show. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you come back again. And again, I'm Justin Famous. This is Music for Thought. Peace and love.
Let me know